Welcome to the Polished Phoenix, the home of nail art, product reviews, tips and tricks and more.
Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to another one of my videos. Please excuse the state of my desk. Well then again, you can't even see it. I can see it. So last night I was having a think and I thought to myself, do you know what? I do press on nails. I'm obsessed with the Phoenix, as you can see. Ta-da. And I don't even offer any Phoenix press on nails. So I was having a play and I made these. Another thing I wanted to practice with was my silicone molds, which is what I created these with. So I used this one for the Phoenix. So you got the Phoenix there, then you got like the flowers, and so you can build it up to sort of swoosh over nails, but I just do the Phoenix on the middle. And then I've got these little lanterns. I don't end up using them on the press-ons because with them being shorter, I think they stick out a little bit, but they're really cute. And so yeah, I made that little lantern there. You can't really see it too well. But like I said, I don't end up using that one. So put that back in there, keep it clean. And then this little, what do you call it? I don't know, that thing. I got that one. It's like loads of little windows type thing. So I did try to video while I was doing that, but it was bonfire night last night and my poor dog, I couldn't do it with the dog on my lap. He was scratching at me every time a firework went off. So obviously I just made them out of practice, gave me the idea. And then I made this hand. So these are in a medium coffin and in a size small. So that is sort of what we are going to be doing today. Obviously it might not be exactly the same, but we are going to have the Phoenix on the middle nail. And I made these. I didn't use these ones, these little like edge pieces, but you know, I'm some, you know, with me making press-ons, I love things that you have an unlimited amount of. So I've got these gorgeous stickers, but obviously, like, I don't know where I'm going to start looking to find them again, if I can find them again. And then I've got this. Oh, you can't even bloody see, can you? This. So it's all Phoenix. It's one of the really shallow ones. It's not deep at all. And I made this. Let me put him on there so you can get close. Little Phoenix sticker, and it's just made with gel polish. And I think that is really cool. So yeah, I recommend silicone molds. They are a bit, I would say definitely plan in advance what you want to do and make these in advance, so then when it comes to doing the nails you can just plonk it on. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Unless, well, I make mess. I just make mess in general, so. And right, okay, so I have primed and base coated, and on, I'm all confused now. Here we are. I've got loads of polishes, obviously, because of me doing like the little bits that I was playing, and then I didn't end up using all of them on these ones. So this one is M001 shade J1. It's just a milky white, and I am going to do this on 4 of the nails. Oh dear me. So yeah, I've got loads of like oriental style things, and I've got a dragon mold as well. So you can do like a 3D dragon, and it's got it so it's separated, so you could build it so it's coming around the nail. Like I say, they are a little bit of a faff, and you do need some patience. I don't have patience, but I do find things like this really therapeutic. So, and I just used gel polish to make them. You can use 3D gel, you can use builder gel, so you could make them with like a rhinestone glue and then paint them. There is loads of ways of doing it. I suppose it depends on what sort of effect you want to get at the end. So there's them, and then on the pointer I used this red, which is 065, and I do use something over the top, so this is just sort of like a background for it. It's a gorgeous red though. Gorgeous, it is gorgeous. Right, so flip and cure. And then I'm also using this, which is one of the pearly ones. I got a set, but they were all like pastel colours. I've got the white one, and then I've also got this palette. I think this palette is just made for the Phoenix. It is gorgeous, very messy, but it's gorgeous. It's really thick, but it goes on so nice. If you wanted to paint with it, I'd mix it with some base gel or something like that. I use this to mix with my mortar palettes, and then you can use them as like painting gels. What else are we using? MelodySusie, this light gold cat eye, and I used jelly black to make the these little bits in the little mold. So I put like the jelly black in, like cleaned up around the edges and stuff, cured it, and then I went over with a thin coat of top coat over the back of it, cured that, and then peeled it out, so it looks super cool. Right, so then I'm going to use this pearly one over all of the white nails. It's gorgeous. So on these ones, I'm not going to do the squiggles in the pearl. But I just think it gives, oh, I don't know, it's just so pretty. I hope you're all okay. What have your, God. Start again. I haven't even finished my first coffee. It's still sat on my desk, so I will swig that. Oh, right, what have you all been up to? Like I say, I was last night. It was a bit of a late one. Oh, the fireworks just seem to be getting really, really big lately, don't they? My goodness, the bangs. I couldn't even hear the TV. I had earphones in as well when I was trying to watch. I thought, oh, I can't hear the telly, even though it's up loud. So I put earphones in. I thought, oh, I'll watch YouTube on my phone. Couldn't even hear it, even with the earphones in. It was that bloody loud. Should we get that on a little bit? Okay, so there's those done. Let me put that on its own little stand. And then on the ring finger, where, oh, you'll do. Just going to do some little, doesn't have to be any type of pattern. I'm just disturbing the pearliness. Like so. Right, put them into cure. And I'm going to swig my bloody coffee. Oh God, coffee is life. Okay. And then we're going to, on this red one, get some of these out. Oh, I need a bigger desk. My desk is huge, but I need a bigger desk. So I'm going to start with the darkest red. Put some of that off. And just go around the edges. And then another clean one. Then I'm going to go to the lighter red. And then go over that closer to the middle. And then to the gold one. Ah, no. Got loads on there now. And then I'm just going to do the gold in that middle bit like so. Yeah, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Right, so stick that into cure. Then on the little finger, it's kind of like got an ombre going up, starting from this red. Probably need a couple of coats with it going on to this. And then I go straight to the gold. Slowly bringing it up. And then I'll get a clean one and just blend that top line a little bit. And then cure that one. And then I'll have to do a second coat, but that looks really cool. Okay, so what is next? Then over this one that we did the swirly whirlies on, where are you? Got this M101. It came from Temu in a set with the brown, it's like a tortoiseshell set. It's a nice jelly. So it's quite yellowy on the first one, but when you do the second coat, it's definitely a lot more orangey. But you can see the swirls coming through, so I like that. So you in as well. Hello. I think my lamp's about to die on me. Right, base coat. So I'm going to go over the one that we've just, that one, with some base coat, because although it's tack free, it's quite textured. So just to give it a little bit of a smooth out, I suppose. So taking the base coat down the nail and back up the nail to get into all of the little gaps that may be there. So yeah, it's quite like effective. Like I said, the longest part of what you will do is the mould. So that's the clean one, get off. Which I will literally tape my mouth up so I don't speak when we get to the mould. So when I speed it up, I don't sound like a chipmunk. And so you can watch, but you won't have me waffling, and it'll be nicely sped up, otherwise you'll be here forever. Should we get to the edges? And then clean, just blend that out. There you go. Cure you. And then give this one a second coat of this yellow. And now it'll go to like a more ambery. A more amber colour. Isn't it amazing? I love it. Isn't that there? Yeah, it is the same. It is, it is. Okay, right, the thumb is, do I need the sponge anymore? No, I don't. So I can move that out the way now. Ooh. I know I do need it, but it's a good job I didn't throw it away, isn't it? So for the thumb, I'm going to use some of this yellow jelly, and then I've got a different red, which is more of a jelly red. This one, 017. So they're just gorgeous. Blooming gel, watercolour gel. So I'm going to go over the, my dog growling, I think someone's walked past the house again. Do a nice thin, even coat over the thumb. And then if I just bloody wipe that in whatever it is on my finger. Okay, right. And then I'm going to get some of this on a liner, and I'm just going to swirl up. I love using blooming gel with jellies because it's just fabulous. Wipe off a little bit, and then I'm just going to pull some yellow through. Pull some ones that are going up a little bit like so. And then just gather the excess from the edges because we don't want it to be all bulky. And flip. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And cure. And then I'm just going to base coat over this little finger because we use that pat painting gel as well. So it's nice and even. I'm doing the base coat over the whole nail just because I want it to be like an equal thickness, if that makes sense. And that one in. Okay, so this one, I used a little branch off of these. So I want the branch going that way, so, oh my god, foils and gloves, foils and gloves. Doesn't have to be the same either, but I want something that's gonna do. That one's gonna be a little bit too big. Oh, decisions. Oh, that's more of a tree. My lord. Would it be a bad thing if it goes the same way? Because they all seem to. That one's pink. Is that a tree or a branch? I don't know. Let me get my foil. Oh my god, sucks me in. So I'm going to put my foil gel on. I'm going to take off the tacky layer of the gel polish. And where is it? There it is. Obviously I'm using Sparkle Supplies. The best foil gel. If you're in the UK, discount code and link is in my description box. Right, so a nice thin even coat. And yeah, again, I am doing it over the whole nail because I don't want like lumps and bumps where we've put products on one bit and not on another. Take these out now. So thumb and pinky. So once this one's done with the foil, and yeah, I still need to decide that, don't I? And I've done the little yeah, it might have to be just coming down the same way. I'll just use the same picture and then my brain might be able to process it a little bit better. So just, oh my days, just cut out the bit that I need. Just with tweezers. So there's that. Try and get it as so it's placed on. I'm just going to smooth that over. Sorry about the birds. It's because of there's roadworks going on outside. Oh my goodness, shut up, you two. So while I'm here, before I go off to do my zoomy thing with the mould, just want to thank everybody. Yous have all been absolutely amazing. And I appreciate every single one of you. There we are. So we have the little tree. Where's me grab a dabber? And then just sort of like going around like that. sort of swooping along the bottom. So I'm going to cure that. Okay. Right, on the pinky, it's a sticker, so I'm going to take off that tacky layer of the base coat. And we haven't finished the flame yet. What am I doing? I used this. It's just beautiful. And the flash that comes up on it is just, oh, I love it. I love it a lot. Right, clean off my liner. And then I'm just going to pull a couple up on these flames. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Just a couple of little. Like so. And then just going to bring up the zhuzhy bit. My daughter's been obsessed with me magnets, and she's obsessed with the one with the ball. Just see the little flash of the flames. Oh, I just love it. Put that one into cure. And then I'm just going to base coat over this. That will seal in that foil and smooth out the pat painting gel at the bottom. Put it in the lamp straight, and that might help. Do you think? Okay, so little finger. So I've got a few of these different like oriental style stickers, and use one of these with a little, I don't know, is it like a little flag or something like that? I always take off the tacky layer for stickers. I find that they stick so much better. Sometimes with the tacky layer, they sort of like start sliding around everywhere. And these stickers are quite flat, so I'm not too fussed about going over them with a base coat, but you can sort of still feel that pat painting gel. So I will go over with a base coat, just a thin coat. And then a top coat. If I get these bits done, then it's just literally a case of creating the phoenix and sticking him on. So in the lamp, there's that flame one. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I'd wear a set just like that. Then on this one, take off that tacky layer, and I did just some of these gold lettering. That one's longer, is it? Maybe we could do something different on this nail then, because that will irritate me. Should we use a feather? Okay. Absolutely gorgeous, these stickers. I've got a few sheets of different Phoenix style stickers, but they're not exactly cheap. You know, when you start looking for things that are related to stuff like the Phoenix or whatever, prices seem to dramatically go up. And then I'm just going to top coat that one, because that one doesn't have a lot of that pat painting gel on, because it was only the one coat, wasn't it? Just one colour, didn't sort of blend any, so. So there's that one. Flip that one round. So little finger just needs a top coat, doesn't it? Perfect. See how I'm sort of, what are we on now? So 34, we're nearly done. Like I said, the longest bit is the Phoenix, but I wanted to do it on camera so you can see me doing or using the molds. But I mean, I was sat there for ages, you know, pulling that together. But I love how it came out. And then I started doing some, like I say, doing a video. But then the fireworks started. It wasn't even dark. Just stupid. Right, so take the tacky layer off this one. This one is just a flower sticker. So I've got a flower sticker, and then it is, I've got a little feather. Just a little half pearl. Sorry if I wasn't in shot then. In the middle of there. Covered up before I end up curing something, can I? Come here. So there's those. I'm just going to cure those into place. So there's a little ring, so they're done. I need one more of these out to go. Then on here, so in the middle I use that little oh, why would you do that to me? Yeah, that mould as well, it's got a curve, so whatever you're making comes out with a slight curve. bend that round. Make sure it's straight. And in the lamp. So because I've used, oh my god, where's my voice going? My goodness. Because I've used a little metal embellishment, I'm going to use the Born Pretty 6-in-1 just to smooth it and seal it in. So if there is any, well there isn't, but any sticky up bits or whatever will be smoothed and sealed. Goodness me, I can't, literally, I don't even know what's just happened to my voice then. It just totally went. I think I need to reheat my coffee again and finish it. So, and then I'm just going to flip that upside down, cover that up because I forgot. Yeah, so it's covered that nicely. Right, so to get this on a little bit better, now I know that it's not going to move, I'm just going to put some of that underneath. And then push it down and use my flasher lamp. See, they do come out with a curve, but I think because I've used top coat before I took it out, it's made it a little bit harder, but that's laying nice now. And then got these like little, I don't know, just little things, strips of metal. I've got to try and find a ring the same size now, that one is. And then add a tiny, tiny one of those. I need one more pair. Yeah. Get off. Okay. So they're going to come up and down from what we've just placed. Put that in there. No, what am I doing? So there's a little half pearl on the top, one on the bottom. And that. Come on. There we go. Make sure it's straight, that would help, wouldn't it? And then whack it in the lamp. Okay. Right, let's cover you up now. So that one's ready for top coat now. So I've just gone right over the half pearl and everything, so that's all well and truly sealed in. Okay, so I'll cure these and then I'll clear a little bit of space ready to do the mould. So I had a brain fart while I was doing that. I'm thinking, shall we do a different phoenix? Because I've got this one as well, so we've got the phoenix like that. So we'll have the full phoenix on one hand, and then that one, yeah. Yeah, I might do that. Oh crap. So right, this one's come out now, so I'm going to go over this with the 6-in-1. I'm just going to go around the edges and over those little embellishment bits. Now I know these are not going to be fully encapsulated, that's not what I'm doing this for, but I am sort of trying to smooth it out a little bit, but also it will seal it in really nice. So I've put a little bit over the top. But obviously we're going to go over with the top coat. Oh, trying to put that in top of a bottle that's already got a brush in it. So just flip that round. So cure that and then I'll top coat. Okay, so silicone molds. As you can see, I've used this one quite a bit. So if you're working on clients, it's fab because you can get them ready in advance. You can customize them to whatever colour you're planning on doing. Just cleaning that a little bit because it's been in a little bag, but just to make sure, and make sure it's nice and dry. Okay. So I've got my little MelodySusie lamp, and I've got it positioned so I can put the mould underneath, and I've been using this to flash cure with rather than like using my big lamp to what am I trying to say? Yeah. So I'm just going to be using those three. I'm going to do it in layers. So I'll do the cat eye first, then the red, then the yellow, and then just to back it up I will use the milky white. I'm not going to like fill it, I'm just going to use as like detail parts just to make those colours stand out a little bit more. And I will be flash curing each layer. So from this point on I am going to speed it up. I will flash up some member shout outs, and if they come up with a screenshot, don't forget to go and check out their channel. Not while you're watching the video, finish the video first. And then I'll see you when the phoenix is finished. So see you in a second. Okay, moment of truth. So I just finished it off with a little bit of the rhinestone glue. There it is. Where have I put it? Where did I put it? That'll do. So with silicone molds, like I've said previously, you could make any colour. Obviously, I am going to be making a purple phoenix set as well. But the initial one, I wanted to do the flames. Just get these little bits that are... Ah, come here. Right there. I think he's cute. So he is going to sit. Now with that mould, it's not a curved mould, so this is going to be fun. Because that phoenix literally came out of the mould, as you can see. So it came out ready to just sit on the nail. This one is just a flat mould, so I think we'll bend a little bit that way. Yeah, we can do this. We can. We can. So I'm going to use this because it's nice and thick. And just fill the back of him. And then, oh, literally, why, Rebecca? It was probably a good job that I didn't do or record or, you know, finish the video of me initially doing it. Oh my god, I was so clumsy, so messy. It was just chaos. So just make sure he's in the middle. Looks like actual glass, doesn't it? Get that bit to go down. I'm gonna hold it like that and stick my hand in. One sec. Yeah, so he's in the lamp having a cure. And then what I will do is I'll use the Born Pretty rhinestone glue with the little squeezy thing and go around the edges to make sure he's sealed and then go over him. So yeah, so there's silicone molds. And you know, I think to definitely bring a whole new, it's going to be textured with silicone molds as well. When you put gel into something, same with jewel forms and things, the side that's been against the mold or the jewel form, when it was cured, no oxygen got there, so you don't get a inhibition layer. So you don't have to top coat. There's, you know, there's no inhibition layer to worry about. But I do, just to seal it in. Now I love the idea of these little bottles, but the bloody bubbles drives me insane. So I just fill around there and then I'll use a brush to smooth out the sodden bubbles. Make sure it's in all these little big clump of bubbles. remembered I've got some on here, haven't I? Scoop that in. Okay, where's my clean up brush? And just go around to make sure that we're not flooding too much. And then I'll stick that into cure, so that's all like truly sealed around there. And then I will go over with a 6-in-1. I am thinking that I probably would have been better doing that one because it is a lot flatter, but it is what it is. So right, so what I'll do then is I'll go over that one with the 6-in-1 once it's cured, and then I'll top coat, and then we will be back. Here we go. Filed them, cleaned them. They're in the little box looking for the forever home. I actually really like how they turned out. They look stunning, don't they? So these are a medium coffin in a size small, and hopefully it made sense with me showing you how to use a silicone mould. I have so many moulds. If you want to see more designs of me creating with moulds, let me know. Like I say, it's a bit of a long faff, but it's always worth it in the end. But there we go. My first ever Phoenix press on nails, which doesn't even make sense them being the first, because I'm surprised I haven't made any already. What do you think? Would you wear them? I know I would. Definitely going to do some purple Phoenix nails. So yeah, don't forget that all of the members that pop up with the screenshots, they have channels, pardon me, so go check them out. If you like my channel, you will more than likely like theirs. They're all lovely. Thank you so much for everybody who is a Firebird. The support and everything is just absolutely amazing. And don't forget to check out the description box for any discount codes as well. There's quite a few down there. If you want to become a Firebird and get some extra perks and behind the scenes, that information is all in the description box too. If you click the link, it doesn't join you straight away. It just tells you what the perks are and all the information that you need to know. If you want to message me or ask me anything, you can do that via the comments. I always reply, or you can message me on Instagram, email me. I do check my emails on a regular basis, so as soon as I see it, I will get back to you. And brain's gone blank. But yeah, no, I think that's it. I need to go and have my coffee now. But I hope you enjoyed, and I don't know what's going to be the next video. Like I say, this is November the 6th, but I think this video is going to be like the week after, so I'm trying to get myself ahead. So appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to give me a like, comment or subscribe if you haven't already. It costs nothing for you to do so, but it means everything to me. It helps me grow, helps my channel get out there, and I appreciate literally even just a like on the video, you know, whatever. But love you all, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.